From an early age, he's been in the spotlight because of his height.
Got invited to the USA minicamp.
Coach Gates is the one that's really been real.
We've challenged him from day one to talk and get outside his personality.
Being in a different environment, a different culture than I've been in before, I feel like that's been the most rewarding part. I'd say life was kind of normal in Arkansas. A lot of focused around sports, basically all year round, up until around third or fourth grade. I was playing basketball, baseball, we do flag football.
His two older brothers are twins, and they seem to get into it a lot, but he got along with both of them. And
they always like to fight, and they always want to win. And
I always looked up to them and what they did and followed in their footsteps.
From an early age, he's been in the spotlight because of his height.
Everywhere he goes, it is, how tall are you? Do you play basketball?
We'd have a sheet that we'd keep on the side of the fridge, and we'd track every week our heights. Me being the youngest, I was the shortest for a really, really long time. But I got to see them kind of shoot up and like the progression from week to week.
It was more his brothers that helped him than we did because they were tall as well. So all three boys are 7 foot or taller.
So it was like something that I could see and kind of like almost look forward to. I was like, well, they're all the way up there now, so maybe that's me next. It was normal to me for the most part until around middle school, high school. I was always a little bit taller than everybody, but it wasn't to a point where people would stop and stare at me because it was unbelievably tall.
With the three boys, you take them out shopping or into an airport or something, and they just get mobbed.
Them being able to hang out together and have similar experiences that really helped them through that.
I kind of would just see what they were doing, sports-wise too, kind of do the same.
Organized basketball in the area was YMCA on the other side of town. My wife was coaching and started with the twins, coaching them, and as soon as he was old enough, he signed up for church league or kindergarten, wherever he could find a team, and started playing. He played up for the first year because there was no teams his age.
I played basketball, so of course you always want your kid to do the things that you like to do, but from an early age, it was just ball this, ball that, so we really didn't have to worry about that.
There's a John Lucas camp down in Texas. I started getting a little bit of recognition, so I went to a combine type thing that they had down in Houston. Got invited to the USA minicamp where I'd be able to play with a bunch of top players, in my class and also the classes above. Those times really showed me that I could do a lot more with what I was given with.
Well, Connor, I've watched his career at an early age, ever since he was in high school at Findlay Prep, but also when he was a freshman at my alma mater, University of California, Berkeley.
Cal came calling. I think the idea of playing at Cal Berkeley excited him. I think he liked the coach there.
Sadly, had a not so good year. Decided to transfer again, and that's when the head coach job at Arkansas opened up. So it just seemed like a good thing that I could do, go in with a new coach at Arkansas, be back closer to home. Had to sit out my first year, played 2, then transferred again to Oral Roberts, where I was able to get my degree. Had a really, really good year there, went undefeated in conference. I thought that would be my last year playing ball, but then found out I had a COVID year, decided to graduate, and that's when Coach Gates, Coach Nutt hit me up and a lot of things coming here.
He's an unbelievable young man, soft-spoken, but a tremendous teammate. Comes from a great family. His parents have done a tremendous job.
So I would just say that Coach Gates is unlike any other coach that we've really been around, the way he's built his program and the positivity and the family atmosphere.
Mom played college basketball herself, so she's always put her sons in the middle of the best basketball that they can possibly participate in.
There's been literally dozens of coaches that have recruited Connor through the years, and every one of them have a great sales pitch, and every one talk about how committed they are. But Coach Gates is the one that's really been, I can now say, after the fact, after he signed, it's been real.
They have been a tremendous support system for him.
And what really sold me was when I was on my visit, they're talking about the EGBs and things that I hadn't really heard about before, but just different ways that all those different things can apply to basketball, both on the court and off the court. I thought those were really big things for my development.
We've challenged him from day one to talk and get outside his personality, but he's been tremendous in terms of directing traffic, being able to tell guys what to do defensively, and sort of like a free safety moment.
Being 7'5", people assume, well, you're automatic. Why don't you dunk every single one, right? And why don't you do this, why don't you do that? And seeing him develop his own confidence and not just, based on assumption of others.
I'm just really proud of the way that he has hung with it and stayed with it. It doesn't matter how many minutes he plays or doesn't play, I'm still going to be proud of him.
Probably being able to have an extra year to come back and play, being in a different environment, a different culture than I've been in before. I feel like that's been the most rewarding part, being able to learn from Coach Gates and his staff. I think that's been the most rewarding.